The last few months we've seen so much rain, it's absolutely poured down and flooded in so many areas. We've had some nice fresh days though, lots of frost, a little bit of snow in the air, not much, and then we've had the odd sunny day, which has been amazing. And as it's the end of February, we need to start thinking about World Book Day in early March. We found this lovely set in a toy shop, but it was reduced down to £10, which we thought was a bargain. And basically, they colour it in themselves and make the mask, and it becomes a dragon. So for my little one, who absolutely loves Julia Donaldson, we thought it was the nearest to Zog we could get. And he also likes The Dinosaur That Poops a Planet by Tom Fletcher, who is red, so we thought this will work for both. So we decided to get this little kit for him and give it a go.
Yummy, yummy, try the rings.
Right, put those back in the box then and we'll try the rings. Finley, don't lose those. Put those, that's not the rings.
I didn't fly.
They're the mask, they're the face mask. Do you want to come have a little look?
Oh, I do.
But in here should be the rings that you can colour in.
Mommy, look.
Oh wow, darling, look at this. Do you want to come here and try it on? There's lots of colouring in to do on here.
Mommy, you got to tidy up.
Quick, try it on, quick.
Mommy, you got to tidy up.
Okay, but come and try this on.
I have a big dragon egg.
A big dragon egg. Is that way? Okay, so we can make this tighter so it fits you. That's it. Let's do the other one. Right, and then on the end of it, there should be something that goes on your finger. Where's your finger? And you hold that. Other side.
What does that needs to be for?
That's so you can hold it. Or put it on your thumb or finger. Do you want to show Daddy?
Mommy, I don't want it to be squishy. Mommy, I don't want to do the squishy.
What he means by squishy is silky. I don't think he likes the fact that it's really silky and he's trying to grip it and the pen's moving all over the place. So he's a bit of a fussy one, this little one. So they had good fun colouring it in. My oldest decided to help him and I did a few bits as well. You can actually colour the whole of the white area in, but he actually wanted to keep some of it white, so we thought we'd leave that for him as it's his design after all.
I want to shout my mum too. Benji!
I got some felt and folded it over and just put some pins through there. And I did get one of my son's t-shirts and laid it out on there because I wanted to use that as a guide. But instead of going directly around the t-shirt with some chalk, I left about 5 centimetres. So about 5 centimetres extra around the edge in some places, and I've just shaped it out a bit more, made it a touch longer so it's more of a tunic. And I need to make sure I've got that seam allowance in there as well so that when I sew it together there's enough space.
If someone pooed on an item, would you still keep it? That's how you know whether it's worth keeping or not. If someone pooped on my kid, I'd still keep that.
She poos on herself.
He's not very happy, he's very scared of the pins at the moment. Just marking out the neckline so I can see where we're going with that. I'm just going to fold it for now, but when I iron it, it will hold. Now obviously with felt, you have to be careful ironing it, so I'm probably going to have to put some cotton over the top just so I don't singe it or melt it in any way. I'm trying to cut with a paper pattern for the hat. I've got a few ideas from Pinterest, so I'm just trying to cut on that diagonal piece. I've got 2 bits the same. It's a bit like making a paper hat or a paper boat really, but I just need to make it big enough that I've got enough area to sew for the seam allowance. This is going to be my test version, so I'm going to tape this together and basically see if it fits. But one thing I wasn't taking into account is I will lose some of that space for the seam allowance. So I normally do a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance, but I didn't quite take that into account because this would work really quite well. Obviously not that way round, but let's flip it round like that. That's it.
Yeah, got it.
Now I'm just cutting out the rectangle so that I can actually mark it out in half as my 2 triangles for the hat. This is where I wish I'd gone bigger. I'm not saying it didn't work, it actually did work fine in the end, but it could just do with a little bit more space, especially if an adult was to wear it, I'd say. So I've just sewn this shape, hoping for the best because I don't really know. The newspaper one looked alright, but we'll see, let's see. So I've just had a very busy day at work and feeling a little bit overwhelmed with coming up with an outfit. So I'm hoping it's working first time. Okay, and it says to press it, to iron it, like that. So I mean, it's quite shallow, but I think it works. Yeah, I think it works. I'm sure that'll work. I'm not sure on the hat yet. I think it might be a bit shallow. So I might sew it the other way round, which is hard to explain. I might unpick the long length there and sew that length there and see if that gives us a bit more depth, because I've got a feeling it will. So I might try that instead in a minute. I'm feeling very dishevelled because I'm trying to do it on a massive tiny bit. I just unpicked the length down here and then I'm just going to seal this end and stitch down there. So here goes. I'm trusting my gut with this hat. I'm just going to do a little, I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. Shape. I mean, it's very shallow, but I think the shape's a bit better. Just got to make it grip his head a bit more, so I might have to do this with the iron. I'm shaping it to his head, so I looked at his head and I think it needs a bit of stitching there, a bit of stitching there. It might be completely wrong. I've just sewn a line across there because it just feels like I need a bit more. I can't trim it until I know for a fact that it fits, but I think that's better. But does it look like a boat? I suppose the hat is a bit like a boat, doesn't it? I need to trim those bits away, but I think I'm happy with that. We'll see when I trim it and iron it. I'll go through this. I'm not going to cut the neckline yet, that bit, until I've got it on him. So let's see. Oops, that's the arm. Don't want to do the arm. Right, what am I thinking? Don't start the armhole. Getting too carried away. An unpicker when I need one, so I accidentally went over a bit of the armhole, so I'm just going to snip some of that away. Luckily I can see the stitches and I can snip those. Okay, got that to there. Right, so I'm going to turn it inside out. There's bits I need to trim. I need to make it jagged. I need to do the neckline, but I just want to check that it fits my son first. So it just looks like a tunic at the moment, but that, I think if I iron that collar open, it will stay as a collar. Right, let's try this on.
Mommy! Yeah. Mommy, we must walk see this together. And the people are reading. I'm watching the
in there.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Don't show Daddy. No, show Daddy.
As you can see, I'm in my pyjamas again. I seem to do most of my work at night time, but here we are now. It fits right. I'm happy with the fit. We're just cutting those little jackety bits in there just so it looks really Peter Pan-like. So I think I rushed this a little bit because they are a bit wonky, but at the end of the day, it was wonky. They were just a scrappy bit of fabric. Speaking of fabric, you can pretty much use any fabric for this. I went for felt just because I didn't want to have to seal any edges with hems or anything like that. But when I think about it now, I could have used any fabric because the fraying, once I cut it, would have added to the rusticness of it, so it really doesn't matter. So I'm just going to give this collar a little bit of a trim just to make it a bit neater, and then I can start sort of using the iron on it to make it stay. But I think it works, and all it needs now is a belt, its hat on, a little red feather, and we're on our way with it.
Two pirate ones. Well, maybe not these two pirates.
And do I get in the car?
Oh,
Well done. Right, can you turn around so I can see your outfits, please? Oh, it's beautiful. Look at you two.